Hey, good morning, everybody. Bob Miller with another edition of the Practice Gratitude Success Show. And welcome, everybody. We have a special guest here for you today. Welcome, Jackson. Welcome, Len, Larry, Marie, Craig. Thank you for coming. Christi, thank you for being here today. It's great to see so many smiling faces. The fellow that I have here coming in today is fantastic Frank Johnson, and I believe he is on the way. He was here. Okay, he said he's here. Let me see if I sent him the other link, the link on top of the page. So hopefully he'll show up here in just a minute here or so. Let's see if I can try to get a hold of him through Facebook here. We've been messaging back and forth. So let's see if he pops in or not. He's here. He's in the chat and everything like that. So Frank, if you can send me a message on Facebook and let me know whether or not you got that link I just sent you, just click that link and you should come right in. If not, if worse comes to worse, we can always do it on phone. And I've done it before. I could put the phone up to the microphone, so that would work as well. So let me tell you a little bit about Fantastic Frank. I don't know a real lot about him. I've heard about him before. I think I've heard him a couple of years ago, and I heard of him to the whole stroke support brain injury community. That's where I've heard of him before. And Frank's his story. Okay, I think that might be him right here. Hold on one sec. Hello,
Hi, Bob.
Frank. You're here.
On this show, I can't turn it on.
Okay.
You have a chat room with 10 people in there.
Yeah, I know. Maybe you got the wrong link or something. I sent you the link. The one that I sent you to the Facebook message. Click that one right now.
Well, if I click that one, it's not opening up on my computer.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just do it like this then.
Over the phone?
Yeah, we'll do it on the phone because if you can't come in, you can't come in. I mean, I can try to click you over. Hold on one sec. Let me see if I can click you over on the attendee link here and see if that works for you.
Okay. In the chat room, I could terminate my browser. Apparently, I haven't.
You might be on the way over right now. Let's see. See if anything happens.
See you. Can you see me?
I can. No, I can't see. I can't see you. You can see me though.
I can see you.
Huh. Okay. You're not here yet. Maybe you're in the Netherlands here. So you're looking at me, and of course because you can see me like everybody else can see me here. But
I can see you.
yeah, I just clicked to bring you over. Let me do that again here, Frank. Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. This happens sometimes on these platforms. We all know that most of the people that are here, a lot of these people here have their own shows, so they've gone through the same thing before. They know what it's like to have these little technical glitches. It's no big deal. So hopefully you're on the way over. There you are. There's Fantastic Frank. You're there, man. Let's see if you talk there and let's see if I can hear you off the phone.
You want me to turn your phone off? Or?
Yeah, turn the phone off. And if we can't hear you, then you can call me back.
Okay, thank you.
So here's Fantastic Frank. Can you say something, Frank? Okay, so you don't have audio at this point. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, Frank. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, so see if you can get your audio going. If not, now there's a microphone up in the very top. Go ahead and you might be on mute. Click that. If not, that's okay. You can always call. Yeah, you're on mute right now. So go up to the top of your screen and unmute it. Okay, I think we're still having some audio difficulties. You want to call in, Frank? You want to just call me back, and you can stay right there, and I'll put the phone up to the microphone. It'll still work. It'll be like a comedy circus, but it'll work. Anyways, from what I know of Frank, from what I know, here he is again. I'll let Frank tell his story. Okay, Frank, that's good.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
And you can see me, right?
We can see and we can hear you. Absolutely.
I don't know why this microphone doesn't work. It might not be connected up or something like that at my end.
Yeah. Well, we have an echo here. Maybe you need to turn off the microphone part of. Go ahead and mute your microphone up there.
Is that better?
No, we still have an echo.
I don't.
Oh, you know what you know what's happening, Frank? You got two platforms open. You've got the one you came in on, and then you have the other one. So you have to close one of those webinars out. Close out the one of them, because I think you probably have two open.
Is that better?
Still echoing.
No. Okay. Well,
Maybe the echo might be on my part. Let me turn the chat back on. Some of these people here. Okay, so there's the echo. Maybe the echo is even on my part with the phone and the microphone. I don't know. It's possible too.
okay. I think I want to restart the computer. And that means I'm going to be able to. I have to close this box. I think it's going to close it on the video.
Okay, do that and come back in, and I'll talk about you as much as I know about you. And then come back in, and if you can't do it, you can always call in. Okay.
I'm called in. Do you want me to hang up?
Yeah, go ahead and hang up, and then we'll try this again. In the meantime, I'll entertain people. I'll do a song and dance. Okay, so I think he's gonna get out. So go ahead and do what you have to do, Frankie. So he's up. Okay, so yes, from what I know about Fantastic Frank, I actually heard him on a blog one time. I was washing washing my floor. I was cleaning my floor up, and I had him on there. And Frank's got a voice that it's kind of hard to understand his voice. He was in a fire. Frank was caught in a fire. I think he owned a restaurant or something like that, and so Jackson said he wants a song. Right. Maybe I'll tell 8 stories like you told today, Jackson, on your Saturday Night Fire call. I don't have eight songs. But anyway, so he got caught in a fire in a basement. And so he had some kind of a traumatic brain injury because of that. And then due to that, he's got a thing called, I think it's called apraxia, where his voice is severely impacted because of the brain injury. Now, I know a lot of people in the whole stroke support community. One of the things that happen to people, sometimes when you have a stroke that's on the left side of your brain, it affects the right side of your body. And that's the part that has your speech controls in it. And a lot of people, they get a thing called aphasia. Their intelligence, their mind is still there, but for some reason, they can't formulate words. They can't formulate sentences. It's hard for them to read. And when I was in a hospital, they explained to me it's kind of like going to a different country. Like you might see a stop sign or different signs or whatever, and you can see them, but you can't read them. It's like a different language. And so they'll say even like somebody's name. They'll say my name is Al or Bob or whatever, and it'll just come out wrong. It'll come out like gobbledygook. But just the way that the brain is damaged in that particular area, the voice part of it. So, but his thing is part of it. Just makes it real gravelly, and so hopefully he can explain it when he comes back on. So hopefully he'll come back up. So what you guys still want me? You want me to sing? You want me to sing a song? Okay, I'll go out there and I'll do a little song and dance. I might, if I do that though, I might knock down my screen here, and then you can see what's behind. and you don't want to see my 2 dogs and 2 cats laying on the bed here behind me. That's what that screen is all about. So anyway, so Fantastic Frank. So through it, another friend of mine, Aaron Avila, he's a stroke survivor. He sent me a friend request over this one. There's Frank. He's back. Okay, Frank, can you hear now? Can you talk? Okay, so what you can do, Frank, is don't do anything. Don't just call in with the phone, because obviously your audio is not working. Just call in with the phone, and we'll just do it that way. Okay, Frank.
Hi, Bob. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Perfect.
Okay, I think I know where the echo came from. When I have to put this on speakerphone,
okay,
I think it's going to echo.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that right now.
Okay. Okay, Frank. So I just told a little bit of your story, the part that you said you were caught inside of a fire, right?
Yes, I was.
So tell us, go ahead so you were in a fire and then so you got what, you got trapped in, or then you had a traumatic brain injury? What
Well,
happened?
36 years ago, I was trapped in a fire, carried out in a body bag, and on the way to a hospital, a medic had to revive me by inserting a trach tube, and he damaged my voice box. That has been a double-edged sword for me.
Oh, so that's what happened. They
That's
they
what
they
happened.
did it. Hmm.
And so I have this challenge every time I talk to people. I think that people are either judging me as being dumb or stupid or something like that. But I am a very highly intelligent person. So whenever I have to speak to a person, or of course when I give my talks, it's an entirely different thing. People are there to hear me. But on occasion, when I meet people on the street or at the bank or in Wegmans or Walmart or someplace like that, I have to ask myself a question: is the juice worth the squeeze? Have you ever heard that phrase?
Is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth explaining it? In other words,
Yes. Is it worth having to go through? And if a person is not paying attention to me, am I going to have to expend some energy to go
I love it.
person involved with me?
I love that, Frank. That's awesome.
Thank you, Bob.
I,
Well, what else can I tell you? I went for 25 years without knowing about a program that was available to me called the TBI waiver. I didn't know I had a disability labeled called the traumatic brain injury. No doctor had ever told me I had these problems, which caused me to lose my job, file bankruptcy, get divorced, file bankruptcy a second time, and I couldn't figure out why my life was in such a turmoil. And then about 10 years ago, a couple events happened that changed my life. And everybody has to be aware of when a pivotal event can happen. And you have to say, yes, if I said no to these events, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
right.
Well, the first one that happened when I go to this church out in Ontario County, it was about 50 miles from here in Rochester, and people don't understand why I go there. Well, I used to have a computer fund because when I got trapped in this fire 36 years ago, a psychiatrist at the hospital said, Frank, you know you can't go back to your job. I said, what the hell are you talking about? Of course I'm going back to my job. It took me about 2 years to get back to my job at Eastman Car Company. And there is a story behind how that happened. But I took the bull by the horns again. I seized the opportunity. Now, it sounds like we're getting an echo. Can you hear that?
I don't actually hear it. No.
Oh, I think it's echoing at my end. Well, that's great. It's not echoing in this recording because if it is,
Get.
it's
Come
not
on, get.
people.
I get.
Well, anyway, what happened was I had met this. I I met this shrink after I'd been trapped in this fire 35 years ago. And he said to me, Frank, you know you can't go back to Eastman Car Company. I said, why not? Well, he was concerned about my voice sound. Plus, I have some physical problems too that result when you get trapped in the. I wanted to tell people I had enough carbon monoxide poison in my bloodstream to kill a man my age, my weight at the time.
Wow.
But I survived that. However, I do have, in addition to my voice challenge, a writing problem. And this manifests itself in the fact fact that I've been trying to learn. I've been taught how to write again, but my fine motor skills aren't going to allow me to write again. So I went back to work, and this guy said, "Frank, you aren't going to go back to work." I said, "Well, I actually do that," and and because he said I couldn't go back to work, the best thing to do is to accept what I had to do and go out and become a compeer volunteer. I was a compeer volunteer for 30 years to this guy, Mycle, and he's dead right now, which I miss him to this day. He died 2 years ago or so. Well, every year I used to go out to my compeer friend's family. He had a family that lives out in County. Well, one year I decided not to go there for Thanksgiving. I went to this church. I got an invitation to go to a church party. And the point of this is you have to say yes to a new opportunity. If you don't, you could miss the boat. And at this dinner, I met a woman who worked at the Center for Disability Rights here in Rochester. I didn't know about them. And she looked in the face after hearing my story. She said to me, "Frank, you know you have a disability called a TBI." I said, "I never had heard about that one. I never been given that diagnosis." Then she said to me, "Frank, do you know you could qualify for free help from the government?" I said, "Tell me how to get that." I've been getting that for 10 years right now. And it helps to do things that it leverages my ability to be able to give talks to empower people by freeing up my time. That's one of the things. But I did go back to Eastman Car Company by taking a different route. I had I graduated in 1971 from Clarkson College of Technology with a BS in chemical engineering. And because Clarkson Kodak in Rochester used to hire some like 10% of the people working at Eastman Car Company were from Kodak. And back in I think it was 1982 or 3 or 82, I got a letter from Kodak saying that Colby Chandler, then the CEO of Eastman Car Company, was going to go and meet all the Clarkson people, new hirees, over in a building I could get into. I went to that meeting. I walked right up to him. I said, "Hi, Colby. My name is Frank Johnson." I wasn't Fantastic Frank back then. That's I took on later. But then I said, "I'm trying to get rehired at Eastman Car Company." That's the only thing I said to him. The next day, I get a call from a guy, Mycle Brandy, who worked in the Human Relations Department over at Eastman Car Company. He's been trying to get me rehired for 2 years. And he called me up and said, "Frank, I don't know what happened, but you got rehired. Come back to work." I told him what I'd done. He laughed his butt off. He thought that was so funny that I had done that. But I'm just saying that every time you have an opportunity, you have to take. Of course, you have to be careful in doing. You have to use some discernment. You wouldn't go out there and rob a bank or something like that unless you want to be caught. Are some of the things I've learned. And then I had the opportunity about 12 years ago to attend a Tony Robbins event. And Tony Robbins, he actually changed my life.
Awesome.
From Tony Robbins, I met my mentor, Frank Gazarowski, who he's dead. He died 2 years ago. I miss him. But Frank Gazarowski had me start down, and actually, he had a branding call one day where on the call, I chose this name, Fantastic Frank. I've been labeled that Fantastic Frank for about 12 or 15 years right now. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. That's cool.
So if you want to ask anything else, I'd be happy to share with you.
Oh, that's cool. Now, would you what are you doing right now, Frank? What are you doing something out there in the business world, or what are you doing?
Well, I I'm not trying. I've written a book. I've been in a couple of books. This is my one book. This is my book, From Fraud to Fantastic.
Nice.
How I turned my disability into an asset. $8 sign ETTEI. I spell asset. It's just funny. But this has been my joy. I had to put that together. I gave 10 talks. My mentor helped me put this together. But there is a story about this too, which I will get to in a moment. This is another book I've been into called The Chicken Soup for Soul, Recovering from a Traumatic Brain Injury. I've been in that book.
Wow.
I've been in two other books too, which have given me the ability to say I am an Amazon #1 bestseller.
Awesome.
Those are two books were put together by a mentor of mine named Tracy Repchuk. And she had me, I was in a book called Start Right Marketing. That took me to an Amazon #1 bestseller. I was in a second book called 25 Motivational Speakers, of which I am one, and that took me to Amazon #1 bestseller too. And so I do that. Plus, I also do a show like yours, but it's on the blog talk radio. It's called From For the Fantastic. Is the name of my show.
Awesome.
And I do that once a month. And those, and of course, I've been on TV. I was in LA, the second largest market in the world. I've been in Chicago, third largest. I haven't made it to New York yet, but I expect to do that sometime. I've been 3 times on Rochester. I've been on, if you name, I've been in Connecticut. I've been in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I've been in San Diego. I've been all across the country and various TV stations. Not trying, but getting my message out there that just because you have a disability, that doesn't limit your ability to do things.
Absolutely, Frank. That is so cool. Now, do you think that you would have done these things if you didn't have the disability?
No, I don't think I do that at all. Because that's one of the things you have to embrace. You have to embrace whatever tragedy you've got. And I use an example of, have you ever seen the first Fantastic Four movie?
I read the comic books.
Well, you know what happened in the first Fantastic Four movie. And if you don't, I'm going to have to give you a slight synopsis. And we are saying we're out of time here, right?
Yeah, we are getting close to it. So tell us how people can get a hold of you, Frank.
Okay. I have a landing page which takes you to my book. It's called www.afformations.com. And if you go there, you're going to find my landing page. I'd love to have listeners go and listen to what, and go and find I give you a free copy of a guide I wrote called The 7 Motivational Secrets to Succeed in Life, regardless of what hands you've been dealt. And on the cover, there's a picture of a guy. He is a wrestler. He only has one leg. I give you 2 other free gifts for going there and signing up. And that adds you to something called an autoresponder. It will take you to my webpage directly after doing that. My webpage is www.fantasticfrankjohnson.com. So that's what I encourage. And if people want to get hold of me to speak, I have a phone number for my speaking engagement if I can find out where it is.
Well, you know what you can do, Frank? Send me that in a message, and then when I put this video out, I'll include that stuff inside of the video.
Okay. On my web page, I have a media kit. I have my blog posted. I have all my 200 radio shows there posted. I have my art things. There's 4, 5, or 6 different tabs. I didn't create this website. I don't know how to do anything like that. I had to find a person to do that for me.
Frank, you're fantastic, man. You're awesome. What is an amazing story for somebody overcoming challenges like you have, and then putting your heart and soul out there and doing the things that you're doing. You are truly people all the and I don't know if you can see the chat, but everybody's saying it, calling you a rock star and stuff. You're amazing.
I like to say I am a rock star. When people see me in this costume, they wonder what the heck happened to me, and I draw attention every time I wear it.
That is cool. That's so awesome. Yeah, Frank. So yeah, definitely send me anything else that you want to that you want me to include, and I'll put everything inside of the video when it comes out in just a few, in about within a half an hour or so, and then I'll send you the replay and everything like that. So we have to wrap it up here for this time for right now, but I'm going to take a few minutes and talk about tomorrow's host that we're coming. Guest host is coming on here. So tomorrow is Wednesday, and I've got I have 2 people coming on tomorrow. I'm having Terry Miller, who was here last week, and she's coming on with her friend Roseanne Lombardo Heaton. So that's going to be a great show tomorrow. So check that out, and make sure you go and check out fantastic Frank Johnson. Go check out his website. The guy is truly a rock star. So thank you so much for coming here today, Frank. And I will put everything inside of the video, all the links, and anything else that you send me, as long as it's legal. I will put that inside of the video for you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. Thanks so much for coming here, and God bless you. Have yourself a wonderful day, and so we'll talk to you real soon.
Go out and help somebody else is what I end up every conversation with. Go out and help somebody else. You have to give love. That's what you have to do. You have to give love.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Frank. I love you, my brother.
Thank you. Take care, and we will talk again.
We sure will.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I love it, Frank.